Here we are at the surface water intake, and it's not much to look at, but the river there, which is really high, comes through that grating there, comes through the screen, and it goes to the low service wet well where it's pumped into the plant. It's around 50 degrees and has been raining all morning, so I think Calvin's got his jacket. I left mine in the car, but I can man up for 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, we're just going right down there and then back. Oh man, they just cleaned, he left that big pile of sludge there.
That's awesome. Nothing wrong with that. That shows you're maintaining things.
The underground crew came and dug out all the sediment in front of the intake. So that's what was plugging up the intake.
Oh yeah, a bunch of leaves and dirt and everything.
Oh good, they're not plugged up.
So there's nothing electrical here, right?
Screen and drop it back down in while you're talking.
We can definitely pick one up and show you. By
All
the way,
right,
Glenn,
cool stuff.
So
there's no motors in this area. This is just the river there that's really high, coming through what you call an intake screen there that you're gonna lift out, right?
Yep.
And that gets the big stuff, and they just dredged around this area, right? And came up with that big pile.
Right in front of the whole structure, they pulled that out. When the river gets really high and completely covers this, it'll bring in a lot of sediment with it.
Okay. So this is what your screens look like. Just make sure that large stuff doesn't get through. First part of filtration.
I fabricated these out of raw stainless steel and I welded up both frames. So I made 4 of these screens in the garage and I TIG welded every joint. It was a lot of fun. It took me a few weeks to build these.
You are the man. Oh, that's technology for you.
Surface water, a lot of it is pretty low tech. The coagulant and everything bonds to the mud in the river with a positive negative charge, and then gravity does all the settling. So surface water, there isn't a lot of high-fangled technology to it.
Until it gets to the UFs.
Until it gets to the membrane.
For you guys, you have a lot of technology after you do the normal sedimentation. And that's how you clean a screen. So this is the intake screen that they just pulled out.
What's that?
And you just got done seeing them clean it. Very high tech, a hammer and a brush. What was there before that, Kurt? Something similar, just not stainless?
It was made out of galvanized and it started rusting out real bad in the bottom portion.
Okay.
So we completely rebuilt all 4 of the screens with stainless in hopes that it would last forever.
These are our certifications. This is a class 4 plant, so someone has to have a class 4.
So what do you have here? 8 operators?
We have 7 is what we have. Now, we still have an unlicensed guy. He's getting ready to go get his class 1. And we have, right now, currently, we have 2 class 2s and then 3 class 3s, 4 class 3s, and then mine, so.
Yeah, which you're a class 4, right?
Yes.
So there you go. Now, this is a class 4 plant, correct?
It is.
Okay, and so you have to have a class 4 operator for a class 4 plant.
That is.
And not all plants are class 4.
Right.
And that's assigned by the EPA based on, like you said, the plant. And the other thing is I'm surprised to say that you had somebody going through, because I'm hearing a lot of plants are having issues finding operators in today's day and age, especially young operators.
We've been fortunate, but yeah, I've heard from others that they have a hard time finding people. We don't have a design plan for the original plant from 1890 to 23, but this is the 23 plant. I tried to do a progression. This is 23,
Oh, look at you.
74, and then when we did the final improvements is on down there. This is back in the flood of 1913, and that's one of the reasons why the Delaware Reservoir was put in place up here, and it was put in service in the late 40s. But since that reservoir's been put in place, it was mainly put in for flood control purposes. We haven't had any floods like that since then. This is Clifton Wiles. He is the third plant superintendent here, and the highest section honored him as being basically founder of the section. When he was here, this was horse and buggy time out here, and he seen the need as far as what we would call networking, to get people together and talk about problems that they're having and whatnot, and how they work through those problems. He's buried here in Oak Grove Cemetery here in Delaware. He was an upstanding citizen, and they went to honor him with the plaque, which is right around the corner up there.
Cool.
Kind of cool.
You were also talking about the coal generation.
Yeah, this was back when the plant used steam to, get the water into town. So this is back in 1938, 39, and 40. This was gallons per pound of coal. When we raised the tanks back in 97, the east and west tank, which we only had 2 tanks at that time, we raised them 50 feet. The reason why we did that was to get us on the same elevation as Delco and Columbus. The big goal was for emergency connections, which we still don't have a very good one yet, but the goal was to do that. You would actually get more benefit than Delco because they're a larger system,
Yeah.
But that was the whole goal in raising the tanks. That also gives us more water pressure in our
Absolutely, you
outskirts.
get 25 PSI more.
Exactly.
I love this room. Here at Delaware, they have a whole demo room dedicated to their process. I was talking to you earlier about the 2 groundwater sources. They spell it out here. They get it from the Olentanny. They get it from the well. And then earlier, when we were talking to Tom, he was talking about the plant itself. And this image actually shows the plant as it was in 2015 and highlights the groundwater sources as well. This is the ultrafiltration and nanofiltration membrane systems. These show you the ultrafiltration and their internals, and the nanofiltration and their internals. So it's going to be really exciting to see these in action. Cut.